Pre-tax profits for the first half of the year are £185 million. That's better than expected, but still 42% down on a year ago. And we hear from Robert Ayling, the airline's new Director of Marketing and Operations. 1991 looks set to be an even worse year for the world's airlines financially than 1990. IATA is already estimating losses of more than $2.7 billion on international services alone, and says that figure could double by the end of the year. British Airways was one of the few to buck the trend by staying in the black in 1990, helped by record profits in the first half. At the halfway stage this year, we're still in the black, but it will be no surprise that our profits are substantially down. A year ago, British Airways reported pre-tax profits for the half year to September of £320 million. This year, they were £185 million. That's down by 42%.
Great pleasure to open the Marketing Distribution Trade Fair this morning.
Ceremonial duties at the Concord Centre for the new Director of Marketing and Operations, Robert Ayling, and a chance, along with Sir Colin Marshall, to meet and talk with staff.
Hello.
He came to the job in September, following the resignation of Liam Strong. With competition intensifying, particularly at Heathrow, he's taking on a considerable task. Robert Ayling, you've inherited quite a challenge with the competition that's hotted up on the Atlantic since July. What damage have we actually suffered so far, or indeed inflicted?
We beat the previous competition hollow, and the new competition is better, and they're taking more of our business and more of our markets than was taken by our previous competitors. So we are suffering, and what we have to do is to recognise the challenge and rise to the challenge and offer the market and offer our customers what they need so that we can see off the new competition as well.
Within the context of that new competition, what are your broader priorities?
I've made it clear that I have three priorities at the moment in this new job. First, to revitalise the customer service ethic within British Airways, and we're doing that through the new Winning for Customers programme and by reinforcing the message through our managers and through our employees. The second objective is to make Heathrow an effective transfer airport. And thirdly, we have to all the time improve the efficiency and effectiveness of our business operations. We have to maintain customer service standards, but we have to do it in a way which is as efficient and effective as possible. And we have focused our attention immediately on the regional services out of Glasgow, Manchester and Birmingham, and we're also looking at our short-haul services out of Gatwick to see what improvements we can achieve to improve profitability in those areas.
Club Europe is the latest brand to receive an upgrading. The £7 million package of improvements includes a new Club Europe lounge at Heathrow's Terminal 1, seat selection at reservation on selected routes, and express parking service. Once aboard the aircraft, the changes include enhanced catering served on Club Europe China and hot towels after every meal. The first of our new Boeing 737s joined the fleet late last month, the Series 400 version. 27 of the new twin jets are on firm order in total. A general election could be just around the corner for Britain, and British Airways is ready for it, with the publication of our own manifesto setting out what we would like to see the next government do for us.
British Airways has some very good news for people who fly regularly, air miles. You get them if you fly to the States, London, even if you fly Concorde, wherever. And here's the really interesting part. You can use them for free flights almost anywhere in the world, for the whole family.
You haven't got a passport, have you, Keith?
Ah, sorry, Keith.
Air miles from the world's favourite airline. For details, call 0800 100 108.
In today's competitive environment, winning customers and keeping them is vital for the airline's future. Although that might at first seem relevant only to people in customer contact areas, it's equally important throughout the airline, from engineering to marketing, from operations to information technology. to deliver a consistently better service from one department to another, as well as direct to our passengers.
Discover what really matters to staff. It's not a normal attitude survey. It really is an input survey, a chance for our employees to tell us what matters to them, and against that, how are we doing?
I'm particularly interested in the financial side, and I actually asked for more financial information.
I would like a uniform that was more stylish, personally.
More recognition for Gatwick.
The provision of steps for aircraft when we come in, there's nothing more annoying than arriving and not having steps on the stand ready for the passengers to get off.
Have you had a good response?
We think so. We're very, very pleased. I mean, for a first corporate activity like this, to have a 50% response rate is very good.
As well as the exercises specifically related to winning for customers, there are initiatives already up and running in the airline, such as in cargo and engineering, which will link in to the overall campaign. Engineering has turned in a remarkable performance, making huge savings on a budget that was already substantially smaller than last year, while still maintaining a high standard of service. One of the principal reasons for these achievements is the application of TQM, Total Quality Management.
Finally, the results we've just announced, set against the industry trends and the background we've experienced, do, on the face of it, look encouraging. Are we now through the worst?
I think we can be quite pleased with our performance on a comparative basis against our competitors. And the second quarter certainly indicates that we have been successful in achieving the gap closure targets that we set ourselves. And that's been a tremendous contribution and effort by all of the functions, all of the departments throughout the airline, and I'm very grateful for that. But we've got to look at the half-year results against last year, and we see ourselves a long way short of where we were at this time last year. And as we look at our preliminary budget for the 1992-93 year, we have determined that we've got to seek a further £150 million in cost savings, cost reductions, greater efficiencies within the airline. And that is, of course, the number that we have conveyed to the National Joint Council, and we have invited their participation in achieving that level of savings.